coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pounds, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Boom, boom. The mighty outcast, man. The mighty outcast. Yeah, it's other playlist of Cadillac funky music for your trunk. You dig? Hey, listen, man. Shout out to everybody who support this movement, man. Make sure you hype the video, like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Also, tell a friend, man, so we can get to where we trying to go. Ain't nobody gonna get us there but us. You dig? Salute. Appreciate you. Members, subscribers, followers. Love. Listen, it's a real thing. A real thing about being afraid to a degree to come home after decades in prison. It's just a real thing, and I seen it, you know what I'm saying? I seen it before my time even came. I seen it, you know what I'm saying? But I seen it on the way out the door. In my situation, I feel like I was more so nervous than scared. I knew if I ain't had nothing else, I had my family, even though it was a lot of my family that I hadn't even seen over the years, over the decades. I didn't know, how they would respond. I had lost a lot of family, while I was gone, 33 years. Kids grown. You had contact with them when you locked up, but you don't know how it's going to be in person. It's just a lot of things, man. You don't know how you gonna feel, like in my situation, I had to go live with my sister. You don't know how, what I'm saying, it's gonna be living with somebody, in the free. It's just a lot of stuff that can freak you out if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got different feelings because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here, but you don't know what's out there when you've been gone so long. You don't know. You don't know. It's different from talking on the phone. It's different from seeing somebody in the visiting room than actually being right there with them. It's just like in the penitentiary. You could be super cool with somebody, but you can't live in the same room with them because y'all gonna become unbenefited. You know what I'm saying? I think the only dude that I was super cool with, like a brother, was Dixon, that I could actually live in the cell with. You know what I'm saying? Because we were so much like brothers did. We knew even if we get mad, it won't gonna turn into nothing. Like with your real brother, you could get super, you be real mad at your real brother, but you not gonna hurt your real brother. Not if you're a real dude, you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how mad you get. So, you know what I'm saying? As we was at that level, I knew I would never try to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like he would ever try to hurt me. So, but I've had dudes I was cool with that I know, and I'm talking about tight whip. I don't think we could live in the cell together because of the simple fact we just was too different. We cool out and about, but we got different ways of living. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. So it used to be weird. It was a weird feeling, but you do things that, I did anyway. You do things, keep your mind off of it. You just hope for the best, man. And I worked out like a mad dog, you know what I'm saying? Just kept thinking about different things, man. But you wonder what's going on, what's going to happen, how this going to work out. You going into the unknown. It's just like when you first come in the penitentiary, it's you walking into the unknown. So when you've been gone for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, you don't know what you walking into, man. You don't know nothing that's going on out here. You know how much the world has changed in 30-something years before I came out here, man? Everything is different. Everything. So you're going to rely on people to be your guide, rely on people to be, you know what I'm saying, they walk you through what you got to go through. And you don't know how they're going to do that. You don't know if they're going to get restless. You don't know if they're going to get tired. You don't know if they're going to get annoyed. You don't know if they like the you who you have become. You ain't the same person that you was when you left. You know what I'm saying? I'm left. I'm a young man. You know what I'm saying? I come out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50-something years old. You know, so it's crazy, man. But I seen it, man. I first thought I seen it in Goldie, man. You know, and shout out to Goldie because he came home and he doing well. He adjusted, he adapted, he doing well. But in my mind, I felt like Goldie was scared to go home, looking back in retrospect, because man, you be fighting and fighting so hard to try to make parole, bro. And it's like it really in your mind become like a dream. It's like a dream. So how often do your dreams really come true? You know what I'm saying? You dream you're gonna marry Janet Jackson or J-Lo or somebody. Your dreams, it's just a dream. So in your mind, you thinking, man, it's a dream to go home. Once you've been locked up so long, so then when the dream finally come true, it's like, am I ready for it? You dream of being a millionaire, but that's why you see so many people get the money. Then when they get the money, they don't know what to do with it. Or if I had $1 million, I'd do this and do that. Then they get 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. Then we see these NFL players and NBA players and stars and everything getting all this money and blowing it and be like, man, how can they do that? You know what I'm saying? I wish I had. You don't know until, you know what I'm saying? It's the unknown. So, man, Goldie was fighting. Me and Goldie was fighting at the same time to make paper, man. We was writing people, getting our family to get on top of the situation because we saw the window open. So we was doing all of that. And then when Goldie finally make parole, he make it before me. And when he make it, it's just like the moves that he was making after he made it. He did everything in the world to try to give himself a chance to make it. Like even take the beating from Worm and not retaliate. Man, do you know how hard it was? I don't even know if I could have did that. I don't know if I could have did that. To be honest with you, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like gave me the feel like, man, he, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew he really had a chance. You know, his family had been on it, his sister had been on it. He was getting good reviews. Everything was positive. He had a positive interview. Extra examiner came up there to see him with either further your thought process in, oh, I'm giving this, something giving it happen. All the signs was lining up that he was gonna make it, and he knew that. So when the thing happened with him and Worm, and he ate that because he felt like he had a shot and it worked out. The shot worked. He actually made it. But I don't know if I could have did it. I don't know if I would have had that much restraint. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's the unknown. But then when he made it, it just was his moves after he made it that made me question what you know what I'm saying? Is he scared to go home? Did he really believe that this was going to be a reality? Because man, he started gambling and you can't even leave in less than a couple of days to go to be entry. He playing poker. You gambling in the penitentiary, man, leads to bloodshed, leads to fights, leads to arguments, leads to drama, trouble. And he gambling. And I remember looking when I first seen him came out, I'm looking down. I had to take a step. I said, go at the poker table? At the poker table, after you make paper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? You know, and then got into debt and was in a situation where dude was talking behind his back, talking reckless. Dude was talking about taking off on him, just punching him in the face to make him have to fight back and mess his parole up because dude won't get him paid. That's how petty dudes is in there. Knowing that this is going to take away a lifetime opportunity for you, for this person to go home by getting into a fight with him, you're going to take away that opportunity over 10, 20, $30? That's the pettiness to me. And y'all may look at it a certain type of way, but to me, that's punishable by death, man. You gon' even if I was in the wrong, I'm just telling you, that's how I think. Even if I was in the wrong, you gonna try to make sure I don't make parole because I owe you $20, $30? Man, man, you lying to me. Bruh, I could have, you know what I'm saying, got on the street and said you $20, $30. But you gonna, after I've been waiting for 20-something years, man, the pettiness in dudes, and that's the jealousy in dudes, because they ain't make parole, because they ain't going home. Not to say that Goldie was right, because he was dead wrong. He shouldn't even been at the table at all. But when you doing things like that, your desires don't match your actions. You desire, you say you want to go home, but what you doing don't match that. And I had a conversation with him, because I had to, skew that down, which could have put me at jeopardy for making parole, because dude could have got indignant because I'm actually in his business. And that could have turned into a situation that I would have been out back trying to help you get out the door, because I ain't got out the door and I want to go out the door. So I just remember that, man. But I don't know if that was a form of his just nervous energy, that he knew he had made it and he knew he was getting ready to leave, that would put him in that position. Because, man, when some people told me I made parole, I ain't want to do nothing. I ain't want to. Poker had already been stopped. I ain't want to use the phone like talking about. I didn't want to have no altercations. I didn't want to do anything that may trigger me to respond the way that I normally respond. I didn't even want to be in those positions. You understand? Because I was so nervous, Purvis. But I was still nervous about going home, but I wasn't more nervous about going home than I was nervous about doing something to make me not be able to go home. Because I felt in my mind and my heart of hearts, if something would have happened, it would have made me not be able to go home. They would have took my parole, but I felt like it would have been the end of me. It would have been the end of somebody else as well, but it would have definitely been the end of me, because I wouldn't have been able to accept it after waiting for so long. And then I was so scared and nervous all the way till I got outside the gate. I didn't even believe it was actually real. I didn't even believe it was actually real, because you wait on it so long, you pray on it so hard. I didn't even believe it was actually real till they let me out the gate. All the way until the time I got outside the gate, I kept thinking they was going to say, hold up. Wait a minute. I think we made a mistake. I swear I did. That's how I felt, man. I felt like they was going to come at me at any time and say, and I was going to go crazy. I'm telling you that right now. That might have been the end of me too, because I was going to ask a complete fool. I ain't won't trying to hurt none of that, but I think it is, man, and it's been a lot of dudes, man. I know dudes that done blew their parole. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but I know dudes that had blew it, man, because they got into situations or other cases or something as they was waiting to go home. And maybe that is a whole thing, man. The dudes would just be scared because they've been removed from society for so long. They don't know how to function out here. When you done been in this type of life for so long, you have learned how to navigate your way through this life. If you still alive, you still a man, you still got your morals and principles. You have learned a way to navigate your way through the system, and you get ready to go now. The whole game changes. You get ready to go into a world and a system that you don't know, which is the free world. You don't know nothing about what's going on out here besides what you've been told, and you could have got misinformation. So and I remember being in reentry, man, and shout out to my dude Daryl, man. Daryl Jones, man, one of the best chess players, if not the best chess player I knew when I was in the system. I remember when us being in reentry, man, and he was having it, and Durr had been locked up during this time about over 40 years. And the dude he was in the cell was locked up over 30. And this is in reentry. And they beefing over the cell. Because just like I told you, it's hard to sell with people that don't move like you move. Because you're in a small space. And if something annoys you or vice versa, it's gonna make it uncomfortable in that cell for you. And if you're a man, you're gonna say something about it. Now if he a man, he gonna retort. He gonna say something back. Therein lies the argument and the disagreement. Now it comes down to what y'all gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But now you in a position when you in reentry, you can't do nothing. You gonna sleep where they tell you to sleep, and you gonna do the programs they tell you to do, and you gonna stay charge free like they tell you to do, or they're gonna take your parole back and send you right back where you came from. So it got to the point they arguing, and then they got to the point they're in the same cell. Now they got to the point they disrespecting each other verbally, calling each other outside their name. When you got to go back in the cell and lay your head down around this person, right? So I remember they was out in front of their cell one day, man, and they ready to get in. Do something then. Do something, man. Yeah, I ain't working. And both of them, make no mistake about it, both of them have been known to play with them things. You understand me? You talking about 40, 30, what you talking about 40, 50, 60, 70, almost 80 years them been served between two men that's in the cell together. They not playing. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, man, wanting to intervene. And I was nervous about that because I didn't know how it would turn out. But I'm cool with her. I don't really know about him, but don't really know him. But at the time I'm running the program too, I don't want no drama here, and more so I don't want to see nobody not go home. And I remember pulling up on there like, man, what's wrong with you, man? He like, man, I don't care nothing about, man, that sucker. He don't know why. And Duke can hear him. He right there. I don't care nothing about you neither, sucker. But they using the other word. So, you know, and I'm like, man, come on, man. Y'all know these people gonna take y'all paper, man. Just seeing y'all argue, even if y'all don't get into it, man, they gonna take y'all paper, man. They're like, I don't care. I ain't worrying about that. I ain't never been home anyway. I don't care. Man, F that sucker. He man, F you. I mean, man, come on, y'all. Bro, y'all is crazy, bro. Y'all been locked up this long. Y'all don't want to go home? He ain't gonna disrespect me. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect you. Not gonna disrespect me. I'm like, bro, y'all ain't got this. Bro, man, he got the. I can't stand there with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, y'all go to the people and tell the people to move one of y'all then. That's all y'all got to do, man. Don't blow your going home, bro. That is insane. Man, I ain't tripping on none of that. They can send me back. Like, what? What? That's what put the thought in my head that maybe he just was afraid to go home. You know what I'm saying? After 40-some years, you know? And I can remember, man, they go to P. Pierce, the woman who run the program, and tell him, like, I gotta move. I can't stand there with him. Or you know, Daryl was bold. Daryl was like, you could send me back to the penitentiary. I ain't standing there with that sucker. You know what I'm saying? And Pete Pierce was more so like, I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. I'll send you back. That what you want to do? You want to give up your parole? He was like, I don't care. I'm like, man, Daryl, it's tripping. So she said, I ain't going back to your cell. You know what I'm saying? So he leave. He ready to cuss her out. Being that I was running the program in there, the senior coordinator, she called me up there and asked me, like, you know you got one that want to go back to the penitentiary. I said, man, he don't want to go back to the penitentiary. He just mad. He upset. Well, no, he want to go back. He talking like he want to go back. He talking like he want to disrespect me. I ain't going for it. I don't care what they got going on there. Either you tell them to get it in order, or I make some calls and they can go on back to where they came from. It don't make me no difference. I'm going home today anyway. I'm like, Pete, please don't do that. Just let me talk to him. Woo. See, you better do something. You better do something, and he better come up here and apologize to me, cause I don't even like his tone. So I'm like, man. So I remember going in and trying to talk to her again, man, and he's still playing hardball. Like, man, I don't care what she do, man. F her, man. She do what she want to do. Tell her to do what she want to do. And then some other one, his homeboys, and started coming talking to him, and dudes talking to the other soldier, and everybody trying to, man, like, cause don't nobody really want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see y'all hurt each other. Definitely don't want to see y'all not go home. You know what I'm saying? After doing all that time. So, man, this took about an hour and something, man. Then Daryl just softened up, man. He was like, man, yeah, man, I'm just tired, man. I said, bro, I know you tired, bro. You did 40-some years, bro. But, bro, don't you want to see the outside, bro? Don't you want to see your family, bro? Don't you want to go out there and be able to move like you want to move, man? Don't you want to go sit in the park and whoop some of them jokers out there in chess? Because he's a chess master. And, you know, he was like, yeah, man, but this sucker in my... I said, bro, you could deal with that. You done dealt with all this stuff for 40-something years, bro. This ain't the first thing you done had to deal with, bro. You talk about a couple of months. Bro, deal with that. Y'all ain't even got to speak to each other in the cell. But, bro, don't throw your joint away where you ain't gonna go home, bro. That's crazy. You might not never get a chance again. Yeah, you right, Bank. You right. But man, I don't like this sucker. I know, man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But good Lord, bro. And I think, man, like I said, I think he was just scared. He was nervous. You know what I'm saying? You going into a new world. He was nervous, man. And, but you know, cooler heads prevail, man. I talked to him. Some other his homeboys talked to him. Some old timers talked to the other dude. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. They just came to an understanding, man. We just gonna be cordial, man. We just gonna thug it out, man. But I don't rock with you. You don't rock with me, man. But we gonna do this thing, man. We gonna get about. We ain't never got to see each other no more. You know what I'm saying? And they went through it and got through the program. I seen Daryl since I've been home. Looking good, you know what I'm saying? He was looking good, doing his thing. He came to one of the old time cookouts, and he was doing his thing. He was looking good. He ain't thank me. He was like, man, I love you, boy. I appreciate it. I remember, boy, I was ready to go crazy up in that joint, throw it all away. I said, yeah, ain't you glad you home? He was like, shh, man, who you telling, bro? It's all beautiful, man. He said, with my grandkids, man, and he got a good life. But in a blink of an eye, man, it could be over for you, bro. Because them people take your parole, man. You know, telling when they going to get to you again. And then if they take it in re-entry and they telling people, oh, well, he was made parole, he was in re-entry and stabbed somebody or got to fighting and disrespected it. Man, them people ain't going to never give you paper no more. You can think what you want. They ain't going to never. Because every time you go up after that, they're going to have that in your chart. They're going to have it in your chart. You know what I'm saying? If you did 42, 43 years old, by the time they give you parole again, you be 70-some years old. If that. So it's just, man, I don't know, man. I think people do just be nervous about coming home, which if you really look at it, it's understandable, man. We've been gone forever. We don't know nothing about nothing. Half of the people that's in our family, we know them, we grew up with them, but we don't know them like we used to know them. You know people in the penitentiary now better than you know your family because you've been here longer. You've been around them longer. Me, personally, I've been around people in the penitentiary longer than I've been around anybody in my family. Anybody, including my mama. Including my mama. Why? Because I went to penitentiary at 19, 20 years old. I stayed in the penitentiary for 33 years. So I wasn't even around my mama but 20 years. And then I've been out 6. So I only been around my mama, the person who birthed me, 26 years. This dude's in the penitentiary. I've been around 30 years plus. See what I'm saying? So it's tricky, man. It's tricky and it's scary. It's scary, man. So, allergies. So I can understand it to a point, man. But, yeah, these are things that people, like normal, y'all don't even think about. Y'all probably just think about everybody in the penitentiary, they want to come home. They do. They do. But after so long, it's almost as scary as going into penitentiary. Because you're going to a life that you don't know nothing about. People that you don't really know more you know of, but you don't really know them. So, crazy situation. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. I'm going to handle these allergies. Big love to all of y'all, man. Let's go, man. We're on the road to 150K, man. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Bang, boom, boom. Duck them hooks, man. Because they out
there. The banky special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.